Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Heroes Global Circuit SG Pro League. My name is Arctic Shadow, and I'll be bringing you the cast for today, as well as I believe the rest of this series here in Southeast Asia. So today, what's going to happen is we're continuing on with the Singaporean group stages, where 4 teams are battling it out in a round-robin format. Until we find out the last 2 winners that top the group to represent Singapore in the C Regionals, which should be happening sometime mid-May. I'll get you the full dates and confirmed dates later on, so make sure you guys stay tuned. This is going to be the second week of the SG Pro League that is happening here in Singapore. It is going to be an online qualifier, and I'm casting here from Malaysia. As you can see, again, my bed is in the background, but thankfully, we will be here next week. I will be over in Singapore next week. My apologies there. I will be flying down to Singapore. So we will have some awesome technology. Replay casting will be available, and we'll have a better setup instead of the bed that's behind it. So anyway, I believe the draft is about to start up soon. I think there is some tech issues with the draft because the first draft, they accidentally banned out Tracer, which is in fact still banned over here in the SEA region because it is a newly released hero. So any new released heroes are banned out for I think 3 weeks to give teams time to actually train with them, to learn with them, and to fit them into their draft and team compositions. So for this week, I believe it's still banned, but it is the final week. So next week when I'm down in Singapore, it's going to be really interesting. Tracer is going to be open to the teams for use, and this is where I'm looking forward to it, because Tracer, one of my most favorite heroes right now to play in Heroes of the Storm, because he's just so agile and I just love the hero. So hopefully we will be able to see some Tracer pickup next week, maybe. So right now we're still waiting for the draft to begin. I believe they are going to make a redraft, so do stay tuned for that. While we wait for that, of course, I want to give some shout outs to our sponsors, Razer, our official peripheral sponsor, as well as XSplit, our official streaming partner. Without them, we can't be doing this competition, so big shout out to them. Make sure to check out their stuff. Make sure to go and Google their website or find out more about their products, as well as XSplit as well. Of course, we still be having the Twitter feed thing, the Twitter shoutouts. So for those of you interested, open your Twitter on your browser right now. If you're watching from your mobile phones, go into your Twitter app. What you have to do is you guys have to tweet at HGC. Okay, so it's a bit of a tongueful, but basically it's just 6 letters. So tweet at HGCSEA. So that's what's going to happen. Just tweet at us, and your tweets will probably appear in game during the game, so you can do shout outs or whatever not. So the draft, I believe, is ready, so let's go straight into it. It is going to be Battlefield of Eternity for the first map that is picked up between these 2 teams. It is going to be Resurgence against GEIshas. So let's talk a bit about the teams over in Singapore. There's 4 teams: Resurgence, Relics, GEIshas, as well as Inquisition. Last week, Resurgence played against Inquisition, where they won 2-0, and Relics played against GEIshas, where they won 2-0 as well. So today itself, since these 2 teams are not facing up against each other as yet, if both respective teams win their matchups, we've basically already found our top 2 qualifying teams. So if Resurgence beats GEIshas today, that will confirm their slot in the finals, as well as if Relics beat out Inquisition, they will confirm their slot in the C Regionals as well. So there's a lot to play for this week, for sure, between all 4 teams, because GEIshas and Inquisition, they need to keep their hopes alive by winning in their respective matchups to keep their hopes alive. Okay, either one of the teams at least have to win. But if they lose, they will be, I believe they will not be out of the competition, but they won't be qualifying for the C qualifiers. It will be happening sometime mid-May. We still have one last week left next Friday, of course, for the rest of the games to be played off. And next week is going to be interesting to see, especially depending on how it goes up this week. So it's going to be a huge match up here for GEIshas, especially. They need to play catch up a little bit against Team Resurgence. They definitely need to win this series against Resurgence, and it's going to be tough for them, but definitely doable. It's all about mistakes, it's all about composition. Hopefully they've had a week to settle down, to maybe scrim a little bit more, to train up a little bit more, and push themselves towards that. There's also third and fourth, prize pool money that they're also playing for. So just because they don't qualify for the C regionals, there is a difference of 500 SGD in terms of third and fourth place. So that is something that they definitely need to look forward to as well. First place is going to get 5,000 Sing dollars, and second is going to get 2,500 Sing dollars. So that's a huge difference. That's a double pay increase for the winning team. So there's a lot to play for from this week as well as next week. But first thing that these teams are going to try to secure is a place in the C regions, of course. Anyway, the draft is underway. Let's get into it. It is going to be Resurgence against GEIshas. Over on Team Resurgence, we see the first ban going to be Illidan. This is a hero that has been banned out almost every single game here in the Singapore side that we've seen. Last week we casted 4 games. If you guys tuned in last week, we saw 4 games being played last week, and all 4 games we saw Illidan being banned out. And then on Saturday we saw the Malaysian qualifiers. It was either banned out or picked up, and I believe it had almost 100% winning record, if I'm not mistaken. I did not remember Illidan actually losing a game, and that's how strong Illidan is right now. With the new reworks and the changes to the buff, with his evasion and everything or not, he's just become such a formidable hero for players to pick up. This is why it's either always banned out or just picked up instantly. So over in Singapore, we just see that the teams don't want to deal with it, so they're banning out the Illidan. I believe Resurgence has banned out Illidan every single time they played it. So they just doesn't want to play against it, and they don't really want to pick it up either. Over on the GEIshas side, though, we see Kael'thas and right now Jaina being banned out. Jaina was actually shadow banned, but it is finally going to be the locked-in ban for Team GEIshas, and it is going to be both mages. So both mages are out of the pool right now, and this is interesting because they have picked up Li Ming. So basically, they've picked up and banned all the mages that I can think of in the game. Li Ming, Kael'thas, and Jaina, and that's going to reduce the damage that Resurgence, can actually pick up in so far. Because if you take a look at their draft so far, they've picked up a really strong support in Tyrande. They have Muradin for the front lines, and they have Lunara, an overtime DPS damager. We have seen Lunara come out a little bit more in recent times. When it was first launched, a lot of people thought, maybe Lunara wouldn't be too hot a pickup. But we have seen her actually, forgive me, getting into the fray of the competitive a little bit more now. So Lunara is going to be the pick for Resurgence, and the other ban is going to be ETC as well. So over on to Team GEIshas, we see Falstad and, as mentioned earlier, Li Ming, along with Johanna now, and Malfurion being picked up. So another strong support here, Malfurion. Personally, I think it's a really strong support. I've always liked the hero. It's a hero that I think is underrated a lot. But we do see him being picked up a lot more often now for sustain, because he provides mana, he provides lots of healing over time, and his ulti Tranquility can just hold out in team fights. So personally, I feel it's a really strong support hero, and I'm loving that he's being picked up a lot more. But this is where it gets interesting. With the 2 mages being banned out right now, we see Nova and Artanis being the final 2 pickups for Resurgence. So taking a look at the full lineup on Resurgence here, we see Tyrande, Muradin, Lunara, Artanis, and Nova. So they do have Tyrande, which is not the strongest healing support in the game, of course, but he is a really viable support nonetheless. His utility with his stun and the Shadow Stalk, once he reaches level 10, once he gets his heroics, definitely does help boost in his healing capabilities for sure. But prior to level 10, she only has that one heal, which can be dangerous for Resurgence here. But I think with the positioning, and if they don't take too many strong hit on team fights early on, they definitely will be fine. I like the front line of Muradin and Artanis. We've also seen Artanis being picked up a lot more often recently. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see how he fits in this role. Nova, of course, a hero that we've seen picked up once in a while, not too often. And in fact, in this entire series circuit that I've been covering from Malaysia to Singapore, I believe this is the first time that I've actually seen the Nova being picked up. So Nova, of course, a really bursty hero. It's going to be really fun to see how it goes with Nova for sure. Hopefully, they will be able to get the stacks up and the boost of damage on him, and they will be able to dish out quite a bit of damage from Nova. And if you take a look at Team GEIshas, look at their lineup here. They have the Vala, Malfurion, Johanna, Li Ming, and Falstad. They're pretty squishy. I have to say. Vala is really susceptible to the Nova damage, along with that Li Ming as well as that Falstad. So Johanna's going to really have a really hard time in trying to protect his team, but hopefully with the support of Malfurion and the amount of heals coming out from him, they will definitely be able to do fine. Overall, I think the draft from both teams are really interesting. It's not the standard drafts that we've seen time and time again. It's actually something a little bit different. Maybe GEIshas is a little little bit more standard, I would say. They didn't have the ETC to pick up. They could have maybe gone with either the Tyrael or a Diablo. First time I've actually not seen a Diablo being picked up. But Johanna as a strong front line, a tanky front line will definitely do along with the Malfurion. Hopefully with Vala and Li Ming dishing out that amount of DPS along with the Falstad with his mobility on the map of Battlefield of Eternity, it is going to help them. So hopefully we'll have an interesting game on our hands. Right now, based off draft, personally, I'm liking GEIshas draft a little bit better just because I believe Team Resurgence, it's going to come down to a lot of execution. It's going to come down to getting a lot of stacks on that Nova and whatnot. So the game is about to begin in. We are in the loading screen. So if you're just joining us, welcome. This is the Heroes Global Circuit happening right now, the SG Pro League. This is a live event. We are trying to find our top 2 teams in Singapore to represent them in the C regionals that will be happening sometime in May. So before the game starts, just want to give a quick shout out again to our sponsors, Razer, our official peripheral sponsor. So do check out their website for some cool gear. I personally am using quite a bit of Razer gear myself, mousepad, mouse, and headset myself. So I'm definitely a fan of them. Thank you, Razer, for all the awesome products. And to XSplit as well, our official streaming partner. Without them, we wouldn't be able to bring you this live broadcast, and we wouldn't have the technology to be able to live stream this to you guys. Also, for those of you just tuning in, get out your Twitter accounts. If you don't have one, go and make one right now, because what you can do is you can do Twitter shoutouts in-game. So we have this cool new feature where if you tweet at HGCSEA, so 6 letters, HGCSEA, tweet at us your shoutouts or your ideas or what you have to say about the game as it progresses, and your shoutout will appear during the matchup in the game. So I believe we are going to go straight into this game right now. We do see Resurgence, I believe, on the blue side. We are going to have Julian. We are going to have Julian on the Tyrande, Vedetta playing the Muradin, Yuyung ZXCK on Artanis, Capricorn going to be on the Lunara, and Zappy on the Nova. Over on the red side, we have Team Geisha, Chrissy Ng, on Johanna, Fury Boy on Malfurion, Freak on Falstad, Katana on Vala, and Trungya on Li Ming. The game is about to start. The map is going to be Battlefield of Eternity. Let's hope for a good game and welcome everyone. Let's go. So right now we see both teams. The scout coming out from Tyrande is going to spot them out. Chrissy could give a bit of a picture. He's going to go in for that dash. Try to catch them out. 4 heroes dropping window, and in the background they're doing work on Vendetta. But Chrissy a bit overextending a little bit too much. That's taken down early on, and it is going to be a first. Unfortunately, Geisha, they will lose their first hero pretty early on. His way towards that top lane. He flies up top. Vendetta in the brush. Maybe set something up here, but he'll be able to push down the 5. That's gonna them this lane. We're gonna see Falstad going up against Artanis. I expect Artanis to have a decent time against that Falstad, though Falstad's harassment will be pretty crazy against that Artanis, but he should be fine with the just down. Up from research, good executed, no high time. Power, and that's going to be tough for the red team to handle unless they take him down. So it's about 2 minutes in. We're going to see the step spawning in 15 seconds. We say the more at flash for the Immortal itself. It's set of the game. That what gives the lead to each team. But right now, looking in the blue side, they are slightly on. Let's see what. That's fine. We get. So he wants to come in and try and set something up here, but they didn't get the head start in that Immortal, and the red Immortal is actually coming in. though. Capricorn on that Lunara, but Tyrande finally gonna fall in the background to that Falstad. Falstad could not be so. We'll find him. Quick shot. He's gonna be able to take him down as well. So a successful defense for now, but still one. Though Capricorn will have to back off. In fact, have the barrel to get a piece. Yu tries to go in and take him out, but will not be able to connect with it, and that's gonna be that. A few kills in favor of the red side, but they are definitely still left behind right now. I don't allow successfully able to take this house. Happy with that as they back off at the top lane. You see Artanis working on the camps. I believe he should be able to take it. Freak though knows exactly what's going on. So Falstad making his way towards that top spot. Not gonna connect on you. And Freak is just trying to harass him out of that camp. And Freak, will he even decide to go for it himself? I don't think he can now with Muradin here. I'm not too sure if he spotted him out, but Muradin is going to come in from the sidelines, barrel roll by Freak. So they should be able to pick up on that camp now, uncontested, with Freak just going to be happy with picking up on some EXP. Get themselves a camp as well. Camp is having some issues. Hold on.
Slain. Are you ready, heroes? We approach your...
Not too sure. Okay, so apparently it's okay according to the admins. It's all right. So my apologies there. I think maybe some wiring was affected there. But we're gonna get back into this. And you see at the top lane, Fury Boy getting taken down along with the Falstad being picked off earlier in the clash. In the blue side, they want more. Chrissy Ng trying to go in and maybe set something up here. But the red side, they're down to those 3 heroes with the Immortals about to spawn here. The blue side, they are gonna get a slight head start here. Yu honest, along with the Lunara at the bottom, start doing. I apologize. Like issues, I think there was some issues. They have not started at all the red side on their own Immortal. They are definitely falling behind right now in this game for sure. One full level behind. They definitely need to maybe start setting things up to the blue side. They are just gonna go. And Zap is still in the play of things. Root can connect to Muradin, but it's gonna be as the red team is kept at bay, pushing out and defending. It's the blue side against the Immortal. Position to finance. Oh, as now the DOT should be able to take down this Immortal. Full shield. Here's the back. Getting caught again. Take just like that. Down goes the Murad. He drops your reload. Doing what that Katana is, but Zappy in the back. It's gonna be able to take him down. Katana on that Vala chasing down Capricorn. Now we're trying to suck him in and take him down. But Julian in the background on that Tyrande will be able to take on Vala as well. It's gonna be a 3-for-3 trade. A nice 3-for-3 trade on both sides, but a full shield Immortal. That's the problem now the red team has to face. Trouble. Because this take down those towers just himself. do that, or they are looking to just rotate towards that something up on free and pull themselves in for that outer fort. That's look they are not with not doing too much damage, but the bottom lane is where it's gonna be. The blue side is pushing it in, and they're trying to set something here onto the outer forts and take it down. And if they are able to successfully do so, what's gonna happen? Okay, you trying. Oh. I need to check with the admin. Can you hear me? Is it fixed? Okay, it's better, I guess. Okay. I'm not too sure what's going on. Seem to be having some tech issues on my end. I'll try to fix this between the games. I'll try to make the best I can past you guys. Hopefully I'll be able to fix it up. Check this once the game is done. Between the next. So I try to fix it. But right now, me against Johanna trying to up here. Li Ming gonna use his disintegrate, trying to pick off some damage. Stun. Exactly from the side. Lunara though, he's gonna fall already. Vendetta could be in some trouble himself. Disintegrate. Johanna diving a little bit too deep as he gets taken down. Here comes Falstad. He tries to take Lightning, gonna do work on him. It's gonna be help of the Muradin to stun out. So apparently every time there's a fight, the sound will have issues. Try and fix this in between. Try and turn off the auto adjust. So automatically adjust settings is off. But I'm not sure what's going on. Around, he's gonna be able to finish him off as well. He's gonna be terrible or wait to safety, but not still with him. Johanna though, he's gonna try to get up. His son gonna be not tanky enough. You're gonna get taken down yourself, and I believe that I'm not sure if the audio is still. On my side, I'm not too sure what's going on. I've muted my hot sound. I have no in-game sound. Okay, so I don't think there's any issues right now. It might have been just a Skype call setting, so hopefully it's fixed. Again, all true bad audio. There's just some tech issues. Again, this is what happens when I'm over here in Malaysia and do everything online while the studio is I complained of guys who's quick on that false start. He's caught here by Vendetta, and he could be in some trouble himself, but he's going to be able to barrel away. Will be able to fly away though. Tyrande not going to be able to hit him with his eagle, and Murad is still chasing him down, but he should be fine as he gets past those gates. The stun not going to connect as well, as they are still trying to deal with the water at the bottom. He's going to take that out of the court. That's
gonna cause some issues there. The stun is I'm just gonna double check again with the admin. The sound is okay now. It's not screwing up. Alright, so it definitely was just a Skype issue. Again, big apologies to all those tuning in. I can understand how bad audio can ruin a stream experience, and just the issue with me being here in Malaysia while the studio is over in Singapore. Hopefully we'll be able to rectify this by me flying down next week, which will be happening, so I'm excited for that. I'll be in the studio, we will have technology available for replays, and there won't be all these technology issues that goes with doing this online. So if you're just tuning in, welcome to the Heroes of the Storm Global Circuits Summer Championships, I believe. This is the SG Pro League happening right now. Online. Zappy, they're gonna find out Katana. Healing not gonna be enough. He gets it down. They're gonna have to back up on that Lunara who just hip top and skipped all the damage.
I am on my way.
What a bad timing for the red team for sure. With the Immortals about to spawn in about 20 seconds. Palantir behind as well on the side. They've not been able to have any luck in the Immortals, but hopefully this time around they will have a comeback, because right now their lineup is not strong enough to deal with the blue side. They need to pick who's only had one death, not charges he has up It was a TP back into the same. Falstad, the sole survivor of his team, as he goes back and he's shut top lane, keeping the creep wave from pushing in and some sort of
shines on.
Storm League thing. So I'm just gonna mute for now.
I shall march for hell.
I'm not too sure what's going on.
Okay, I think it's fine now. So again, big apologies. Not sure what's going on with Skype here today. As now we see Johanna gonna get taken out. No ulti by Nova, not gonna connect as he's gonna get gusted away by Falstaff. But look at the amount of damage that's already been done. The blue side, they're already working down on this core, and it is gonna be GG, I believe. So again, I am gonna apologize that I wasn't able to keep up and keep on track with what's going on there. Again, some tech issues coming up with my mic. But first game is going to go to Resurgence as they put one foot forward and 1 foot into the C regionals. I think we're going to go for a really quick break here because I want to check if all my mics and everything is working out. So do bear with us as we go for a short break. We'll be right back, guys. It's actually pushing Zulu away, but Troll gonna be able to take him down ultimately. And Malfurion, he's trying to run away. Kael'thas getting taken down himself as well. Murky doing Murky things yet again. Troll taking quite a bit of damage. Will he be kept alive? No, he will not. As Sylvanas falls on the Murky as well. This is looking really bad for the race side.